Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. All things Middle-earth here with the first journey ahead for the Heroes of Middle-earth, including news on the confirmed first legendary and raid information. Big news, so stay tuned, coming up in just 1 second. Okay, so like I said, we got a journey ahead post from the devs for Heroes of Middle-earth. Super exciting stuff here, so I want to just jump right into it. We're not gonna, we're not gonna do any kind of speculation or kind of opening, whatever. We're just gonna jump right in. This will be linked down below. This post also goes out in their Discord. It's linked to my Discord, so if you're not in the All Things Middle-earth Discord, this went out there. That's how I saw it first. So if you want to be the first one to see new information like this, make sure you join that down below. But it says, hello Ring Bears, Nick Reinhardt here, game director on Lord of the Rings Heroes of Middle-earth. I can happily say that we have launched Heroes of Middle-earth to the world. Welcome to all our friends, guildmates, hobbits, and more as we embark on this momentous journey together. This post represents a recurring format for us, the journey ahead. The journey ahead is intended to be a look ahead at what is in store for the game and give you Ring Bears a better idea what to expect as we move forward. It will generally, but not always, follow the following format. Chapter 1, look back at recent past events, comment on the current state of the game. And Chapter 2, give you a sense of what our focus will be over the next few months of development. This is huge. This is something I like, these like road ahead type posts or journey ahead, where not only they're going to tell us what's coming next and give us something to be excited about and look forward to and start kind of building towards, but also the big thing here that I don't want to overlook is the fact that they're going to look back at recent events and comment on the current state of the game. Not just like, oh, this is coming, it's gonna be fine, but hopefully get some real honest feedback on where things are at, how they're feeling about it, all that good stuff. So I think this format's really cool. I'm very excited to be reading the first one here. It says we may have additional chapters, sections to future editions of the journey ahead as we check in with the teams and give folks the opportunity to showcase things they're excited about bringing to the game. So without further ado, let's talk about how things have been going over the past few months. Now, I'm not going to read all of this chapter 1 part because I know we're all excited about like confirmed legendaries and raid information, but basically this just talks through how the last couple of months have been from a development standpoint and how kind of each of these different title updates they've put out have addressed a certain issue. And basically they said, overall we launched it, we felt like it was a success. I wouldn't disagree with that. Again, it wasn't like there was a bunch of major glitches or freezes or crashes. It had a normal amount or not more than I was expecting. So I was happy with the launch overall. And they talked through that a bit there. So if you want to read through chapter 1 word for word, go for it. But I am not going to wait any longer. So next up, we're going to talk about legendary adventures. It says, as we look down the road, we see 2 new major developments in the horizon. Our first legendary adventure and the Mines of Moria raid. Let's dive in and see what that means for you, the Ring Bear. So first of all, legendary adventures. Legendary adventures require players to use characters from a specific faction to battle in a specifically built event, escalating in difficulty to unlock powerful characters. Each adventure requires different factions to unlock a character. Legendary characters unlocked by a legendary adventure, are 5-star unlocks and represent more powerful than normal characters. Legendary characters are powerful and often become the cornerstone that you can build a potent squad around. There are a number of tiers in each event. This may change from event to event, each requiring characters from a specific faction and the corresponding tier rank. So they give us a hypothetical example here. As a hypothetical example, Treebeard could be a future legendary character. In this theoretical example, they might require 5 characters from the Isengard faction. There are 7 tiers to the event. Tier 1 could theoretically require 5 Shadow Isengard characters at star 1 rating. Tier 2 requires 5 Shadow Isengard characters at tier 2 rating, and so on and so forth. When I complete tier 5, I unlock a theoretical star 5 rating version of Treebeard. I would then pursue the rest of the tiers to fully maximize my character if I wanted to. This is similar to the format Capital Games has used in other places, and we're going to be using it here in Here's Middle-earth. So legendary heroes are going to be unlocked at star 5, and so the minimum you will need for teams for any legendary unlocks to have them unlockable and usable is going to be 5 stars. So in this example, if it's Isengard, you need a 5-star Isengard team to get Treebeard, and we'll talk about in a second who it's going to be for the one down below. But pretty simple. That's how they did it in Galaxy of Heroes. It makes sense to me. You can unlock them at 5 and use them. I think in this game they'll be very usable at lower star rankings, so that's very good. You don't have to push to 7 right away, but you will need to get the 5th star to fully unlock them. So I'd say until you're ready to make that commitment, to hold off. Don't just dump gold to get him to 3 or 4 stars to not have it unlocked. So anyway, pretty standard, legendary adventure there that I think makes a lot of sense. So that is good there. But then it goes on to say, legendary adventures will initially show up for a short window of time Currently, we're aiming for around 7 days to give players an opportunity to upgrade their characters and attempt to unlock the legendary character. Each legendary adventure may return. When exactly and how often? Stay tuned and we'll let you know. So they're going to come through in windows. They'll announce it ahead of time and say, hey, in this example, Treebeard's coming. This is the team you need. And here's when it's going to happen. And it'll go live and you'll have a week to do that. And if you miss it or you weren't playing when that happened, they will cycle and rotate them. They'll let us know how often. But it's one of those things that they want to make it exciting. And if you're on and choose to focus in this area and get this legendary, you can get it in that window. If not, you can kind of save up for the next time it comes around. So they are on a rotation there. So I'm excited to announce who our first legendary will be. Drumroll, please. Cue the Elvish chorus. And it is going to be Lord Elrond, which surprised me a lot. If you've played through the campaign at all, Elrond is an extremely annoying character to deal with. He has a really powerful AoE and a heal that has a revive, which if that's how they keep his kit, to my knowledge, is the only revive in this game, which seems crazy to me. So we had data mined about Witch King using Haradrim. Maybe that's still down the road, but I have not heard anything about a legendary Elrond event. So this was quite the surprise, to be honest, to me when I was scrolling through my phone, literally outside on a walk and like ran home to like just super excited to share this with you guys. So anyway, Lord Elrond is going to be our first legendary event in the Heroes of Middle-earth. I'll get a little quote here from The Hobbit at the bottom below his picture there. Then it says, Lord Elrond is the pinnacle of elven prowess, utilizing the power of his ring Vila to command the Brunnen River and protect Rivendell's borders. When his friends are in peril, his skills in healing are unmatched in all of Middle-earth. He is a critical ally in your fights to restore the timelines. Details on his kit and the faction required to get him is forthcoming. So they're going to do a kit reveal and kind of let us know who we need so we can start speculating all we want. Maybe they'll do that in a future video. But again, I don't know. I'm super excited that not even a weekend we're getting the actual announcement for this. I was hoping that it wouldn't be too long. And again, we'll see when he actually comes out. But the fact that we're getting this detailed of a post right now is very encouraging for me. So that's the first thing. That's the crazy thing. Elrond's coming, first legendary. I am very excited. The next thing here, we have the Mines of Moria raid, which to my knowledge is the first time it's been called this. I didn't know if it'd be like it looks like a Balrog, so I figured it'd be a Balrog raid, but I don't know if we've heard it called officially the Mines of Moria raid. So from woods to mountains, you've likely seen it in the messages in game if you've made it to level 20. Our first raid is coming to Heroes of Middle-earth, the Mines of Moria. We couldn't think of a better opening raid to introduce our players to, and we thought of quite a few. The Mines of Moria itself is a sprawling complex of rooms, dwarven in make and trashed by orcish interlopers. There's a cave troll, and most nightmarish of all, the dreaded Balrog. So potentially, just like we see waves of enemies, we might have a first wave that is a cave troll you fight, and a later wave or a final wave that's a Balrog, or maybe depending on your guild strength, you could fight either or. I don't know, but again, cave troll, Balrog, it sounds sick. It has cool locations and characters, and it checks all the boxes for an epic in-game raid. Let me take a moment to tell you a little bit more about the raid system in Heroes of Middle-earth. Raids will be open to guilds and their members to engage with. Note, you must be at a certain level to participate in a raid. We are aiming for guilds to be able to kick off a chapter about once a week and last around 4 to 5 days. The goal of each raid is to do damage in each chapter of the raid and accrue points. These points translate into personal rewards for yourself and guild level rewards for everyone in the guild. Players can increase the number of points they accrue by increasing the difficulty of the raid on each of their attempts, independent of their guild. The higher the difficulties, the greater the rewards. Our goal is to have a dramatically challenging raid experience to grow with your roster of characters, but also allow players in each guild to choose the experience that feels the most comfortable for them. Our hope is that players have an entertaining strategic puzzle to solve while working together as a guild for an epic success and reward. The Mines of Moria is going to be released in a chapter-by-chapter format as illustrated above, rather than going live with all aspects of the raid at once. We'll be releasing chapters 1 at a time over the course of a month or 2. So when the Mines of Moria releases, you'll see chapter 1 of 4, chapter experience. Our hope with this experience is that players and guild will be able to focus, build mastery across each chapter, one at a time, and give them a chance to get excited for each part of the raid release. Now you may be asking yourself, why am I doing this raid other than it being so cool? Well, there's awesome rewards, powerful new gear, and maybe a powerful friend you can collect along the way. It's still early and the future has yet to be written, but we have a ton of exciting plans for you in the future. Your first question is likely, when can I get my hands on chapter 1 of the Mines of Moria? We're still nailing down the date, but our goal is to bring it to you in Q3 of this year. We'll have more news for you the closer we get, and we hope you get as excited as we are to bring it to you. Thanks for coming on this journey with us, Nick, the game director, on behalf of the Lord of the Rings Heroes of Middle-earth dev team. So Q3, we knew that was going to be the case for this raid. No surprise there. They're going to be releasing it in 4 chapters Again, letting us, ideally the goal is to, you know, have it come out in little chunks so we have time to kind of get those things figured out and how to kind of best get the most rewards from them, one little chunk at a time. They also tease that there's going to be someone you can unlock from these raids. Now, like the raids in Galaxy of Heroes, for example, the Rancor raid, which is the first one, you can get Han Solo from completing that raid over, you know, numerous times over a period of time. So my guess would have to be this is going to be an unlock for someone who is very popular in the Mines of Moria. Could potentially be a Gandalf the Grey unlock. It could be someone else. It could be a Balin, could be Gimli, any of the Fellowship that are there, or anybody in history who has any kind of impact in Moria. It could even be some evil commanders who I don't know. We could speculate all day long, and we probably will do a speculation video on requirements for Elrond and what a potential character could be that's going to be associated with the raid. But hopefully the raid brings a little bit of a relief to the gold crunch, which I think is the thing everyone is feeling the most right now. So maybe some very decent gold rewards would be nice, paired with gear that we need to upgrade, and then some, you know, shards for a character who is yet to be announced, but I think could be extremely exciting. So again, I don't know. I'm pumped. You guys can probably tell. Seriously, was not expecting a road to head type of post like this early before we're even a week into the game. So I feel like it shows they're in touch with things. I'm coming from a different gaming experience where I'm not as familiar with these kind of like really detailed posts where they are really transparent about what they're working on, what's going on. So I hope this continues. I know it's early, so I'm, you know, don't want to say this is how it's going to be forever, but if they can keep this up and keep communicating and providing us with exciting content with, you know, giving us characters we like, I think it's going to be a blast. So anyway, let me know what you guys think about this. I'm excited. Who do you think is going to go with Elrond? I don't know. I don't know if they're going to go, you know, opposite alignment to where you need evil commanders to like fight against Elrond and unlock him, or if you'll need elves or dwarves or something like that. I don't know. And then also let me know who you think is going to be the character you could unlock through the Mines of Moria raid. Is it going to be someone like Gandalf the Grey or Gandalf the White even, or someone that we're not even speculating about? But let me know down below how you're feeling about this, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys in another video.